I came across this post on another platform, and true to form, I went into the comments and said, all of this stuff about men being providers is all patriarchal bullshit. Women don't need providers. And in fact, if you go back in history, this whole story about men being the providers, which is where it all came from, by the way, the whole notion that in those prehistoric times, it was men who were out there hunting for the food and providing for women. This was all debunked a very long time ago. In fact, a lot of anthropologists have written about the fact that 60 to 70% of all the food actually came from gathered foods. So berries, fruits, grains, etc. It was women who were doing the majority of food provision. And even the notion that it was just men who were hunting is not credible, that it was only men who were using weapons, etc. And all of this extends to things like, for example, I did a post a while ago where some archaeologists were doing some digging. I think it was somewhere in Belgium. They came across one of these graves that had a warrior in there who was surrounded by an arsenal of weapons. And they were shocked because the warrior was a woman. And their first question was, well, how did she get there? And they were like, this can't be possible. But it is, because a lot of women in those times were warriors. And there have been since many graves that have been dug up by archaeologists debunking a lot of this patriarchal stuff. So I was saying in the comments, look, you've got to start unlearning all of this nonsense that you've been taught about men's role and what men do and what women need, based on what is just one big patriarchal remix.